that's what we're dealing with. We're talking about the dichotomy between Jay and Kanye, man. With Jay-Z, it's a focus of simplicity. It's a focus of having one avenue that he's focusing on and mastering the one avenue. With Kanye, it's more of I have to do so many things and I have to tackle so many things at once so that I can get to the position of where I need to be while I'm tackling these things. And that's the difference that you find in their genius. So I don't look at one genius over another genius. I look at it as two types of geniuses, one being an original genius and the other one being an amplified version of the genius. And this is why they have conflict when they're doing music together, because it's the creative direction that they're going. I've had this conflict with Ross in our creative direction, but I've learned you just got to let that genius be the way that genius is. Just like that genius has to let you be the genius that you are the way that you are. That's the way it works intrinsically, and that's the way it works extrinsically. Geniuses have to operate and function in the best manner in which the way that that genius feels that they can move and they can operate in their own genius and their own creative ability. So catalog wise, when you look at what Jay-Z has done in terms of anthologies and what he's done in terms of doing one after another and after another and after another and after another, no one comes close to that. But when you look at what Kanye West has done in terms of giving you so many different emotions in his music and changing up, okay, we're going to scrap this. I don't like the way I did this. I'm going to do this other thing differently, or I'm going to do that other thing differently. He's the genius of that.
Right.
And that's how I look at their geniuses. So I don't look at it as one's greater than the other. Actually, I look at it as double dragons. Because double dragons can't function, they can't operate one without the other. It's like Ryu and Ken. I was just watching Street Fighter 2. Interesting that Ross brought up Ryu and Ken the other time in the last podcast. That's how they operated. In order for them to take down Bison, they had to work together. And when they worked together, the Hadouken was that much more stronger because it was coming at a power times 2 than it was coming at just 1. Right. Yeah, Ryu was getting some good licks on Bison. Ken was getting some good licks on Bison. But together, they were able to break Bison down in ways that Bison couldn't have been broken down if they were trying to do it individually. So this is why when you look at albums like Watch the Throne, you see the beauty and the genius of their geniuses coming together. You see Jay-Z's wordsmith ability. You see his spitting off the dome ability. You see his on the fly ability. And you see his overall bravado and stature ability. But with Kanye, you see the overall ability of Kanye basically being braggadocious, having that ego that he can get away with. There's only two people that I know. What's up, AAMMR? There's only two people that I know that can get away with them having an ego as big as the fucking moon, and nobody's gonna say nothing about their ego. That's Kanye West and Donald Trump. They've mastered that art, man. Their egos work for them, and their egos is part of who they are, their dichotomy, who they are as individuals, and it carries their success because they've mastered the art of self-representation. A lot of people can't represent themselves, let alone be able to get people to be influenced by themselves. A lot of people, they unfortunately, when they move, they have to move in a way to where they are influenced and they are induced by what others have to say about them. That's not the case with Kanye, and that's not the case with Donald Trump. These guys move how the fuck they want to move. When Donald Trump got on Twitter, that man killed fucking Twitter, man. he created a lightning bolt, and I'm gonna throw the alley to Ross on that shit because Ross didn't harp on that. But this man threw a alley-oop on Twitter like nobody's business.
Because, for better or for worse, he was speaking exactly what he felt. People, people they miscalculate. They take for granted how much honesty, how powerful honesty is.
Mm-hmm.
Honesty don't mean you're correct. You could be honest and be wrong. You could be honest and misspeak. You could be honest and be right. You could be honest and be 50% right. But being honest and being wrong is better than being facetious and being correct. It's better than,
Yep.
you know what I mean? So,
Yep.
and that's the reason why he hit so hard. Because for the most part, white people, when they're in public, they don't speak their mind. They don't say what they really want to say. They're lying. They don't like you, man. Joe Biden don't like black people. He's lying. And you can look that up. Look at the laws that he passed.
Yep.
He hates black people. But around black people, he plays the part. Bill Clinton hated black people.
Yep.
They hated them. Why do you think they created the laws? To unfairly target them. But
Yep.
around black people, they bring out a saxophone and do a stupid dance. And we so fucking stupid, we think if somebody know how to do a dance, they're cool.
Exactly.
It's kind of like we're still. It's like they just came on off the boats, and we still, and all of them, because they're different. Like, bro, all because a white person could do a dance, I mean they cool, or they can play basketball, or they can sing. So fucking what? Who cares? We give them credit for the dumbest shit.
Yep.
At the end of the day, that's why Trump took off because Trump he was talking shit about you. He was talking shit about the people who voted for him, about how stupid they
Exactly.
were.
Yep.
And they still voted for him because he was keeping it 100 all the way across.
All across the board.
But we have to learn to stop drawing, stop acting, stop reacting emotionally to everything. There's a movie that I love. They caught a lot of flack because the man in the movie was very strong and he was very no nonsense. It's a movie called Fences with Denzel Washington. And his
Mm-hmm.
son asked him, "How come you don't like me?" He said, "You think I do all this because I his son said, "Do you like me?" He said, "You think all I do all this provide for you because I like you?" And then son's looking stupid because his
Mm-hmm.
son wants to someone to cater to him and to baby him. And he's like, "No, I do this because I'm your father. I owe you an obligation. I owe you a duty." He's like, "Don't worry if I like you. You worry if I do right by you."
Exactly.
He said, "Mr. Wiki don't pay me because he like me. He paid me because he owe me money."
Exactly.
And that's the problem with us as black men. I say black men because we're the leaders. I expect children to act like this. Children, not 18-year-old men, 17-year-old
Mm-hmm.
men. I expect women to want everybody like them. I don't
Mm-hmm.
expect men. Us men have become men who we want validation from everybody.
Yep.
We want validation from our family, from our friends, from the white man at work, from everybody. You want them just to like us.
Yeah.
It's not in their nature to like you. It's in their nature to respect you if you force them to.
Mm-hmm.
If you force them to respect you, they have no choice and they will bow down.
Yep.
But they're not gonna like you. That
Nah.
like shit get people murdered. How many black women have went to sleepovers? They're the only black person there because they thought everybody liked them. They end up getting raped and beaten and fucking killed
Exactly.
because they like me.
Yep.
I'm the token Negro everybody likes. It's starting, bro.
Yeah. I'm glad
I'm the
that it
token
started.
Negro everybody likes.
Mm-hmm.
That's dangerous.
Yep. And as Ross is getting into the whole Donda 2, the experience, the live experience, what people got to understand is I'm glad Ross mentioned that because we as a people, we gotta wake the fuck up, man.
Yep.
I mean, seriously, we gotta wake the fuck up. We're in a box in a matrix world that tells us that we have to toe the line and that we have to move a certain way. You gotta challenge everything, man. You gotta challenge every motherfucker, man. I don't care, even if it's at the crevice, even if it's at the little, the smallest percentage. If someone
Mm-hmm.
tries to just slide to the mouth with you or they try to say something, you got to challenge them back. You got to fight them back because
Yep.
it's the reason why that's important to do that, even at the most molecular. There you go. I'm fumbling my words. Even at the most molecular or cellular level, is because when you don't do that, every time that you stop doing that, is more times that you open the window for people to disrespect you. It's more
Yep.
times that you open the window for people to think that they can say anything against you. And you just have to stand your ground, especially when you know you're on the side of what's called tried and true. You got to stand on that.
But
And as black men, as black unapologetic men, this is what we deal with. This is our reality. This is society. This is the systemic issue that we have to face, that we always are challenged, even when it's something that's juvenile.
yep.
And that's why I talked about what I talked about earlier, this whole job experience, because it's like, come on, man, what the fuck? Are we really bringing this shit up that had nothing to do with me? I didn't even orchestrate the shit. I didn't even start the shit. The shit was presented to me. It was brought to me. So really,
Right.
what is the deeper problem? What is the deeper issue? The deeper problem, the deeper issue is you have an issue with me. That's what the issue is.
Mm-hmm.
And you're basically telling me that you have the issue with me by using an example that's contrary to me, but at the same time, it's your a scapegoat to say that you have the issue without saying it. People love to speak in, and that's what Kanye West is talking about when he says Billy language. That's what Billy language is. They want to speak in a language that they know exactly what the fuck they're telling you. They know exactly what they're trying. They know exactly the message they're sending you, but they want to put it in such a coded variation to throw you off. And that's
Exactly.
why he said that about Kid Cudi, because Kid Cudi knows damn well that Pete Davidson wasn't there when he was doing all of those hours and hours of rehearsals, hours
Right.
and hours of re-recording, hours and hours of perfecting the craft and getting it right before it could get on wax and before it could get recorded and basically do Billboard numbers. That was Kanye West that was there.
Right.
So when Kanye West said Billy language, the terminology, the words itself sounds like it's taboo and it sounds like it's just words, but there's millions and millions of definitions between the both of them that they know that's
Mm-hmm.
behind it. It's just like with Tupac told Nas, "You and I know the truth, motherfucker. You and I know the truth."
Right.
Tupac said so much in that little verbiage, and that forced Nas to break down emotionally because Nas knows those moments when it was just him and Pac, and they had their conversations.
Right.
Yeah, he was stunting, but he knew behind closed doors what time it was. And that's what Kanye West was basically saying in his variation of Billy language to Kid Cudi. You know what time it is. You know what we talking about. So
Right.
why are you trying to sit here in front? Why are you trying to sit here and act like it's something brand new?
Because Kid Cudi is caught up in between the Hollywood life and being loyal to somebody who put him on. And if he do one, he gonna lose the other.
Yep.
That's what it is. And that's the
Yep.
thing. A lot of motherfuckers are not loyal, bro.
Yep.
If they think they got an avenue, they don't need you. You'll see just how loyal they are.
Exactly.
The ambiance right now at this live stream is phenomenal, man.
It's
I
interesting
think
you
this
said
time he's
that.
gonna. I think this time he's gonna run into the flaming. He said something about running into the flaming house this time. It's already on fire now. It starts off on fire.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But
Nice.
anyway, yeah. Back to the conversation. I feel like Yeah, Kanye is misunderstood. Then I feel there's a lot of people who understand Kanye, but they purposely act a certain way because he makes them feel inferior.
Exactly. He makes them feel some type of way. He makes them
Some
feel
type of way
insecure.
because they're not on their shit. And they don't have the drive to do it, so they
Yep.
rather sit back and hate. And they know
Yep.
exactly where he's coming from.
Yep.
But they play stupid because they put a limit on themselves. They look
Yep.
at him like, damn, I'll never be able to accomplish that. So not let me go back and watch his moves. Let me nitpick his moves. Let me
Yep.
hate on him.
Yep.
It's a sad society, bro.
Ross, my food is gonna come anytime now. It's being DoorDash. So
All
you see,
right.
I get up for a second and just letting you know. Um, but the biggest thing, okay, there it is. That's the DoorDash. Go ahead and continue, Ross, while I get this DoorDash.
Yeah, man. So right now, the Donda 2 is sounding fire. I like the fact that so far it don't even sound like Donda 1. It's a similar vibe, but it don't even sound like Donda 1. I just love the fact that somebody brings something new to the table. I absolutely hate rappers who keep dropping the same album over and over and over again. I hate that. I despise that. Like, bro, how the fuck you gonna keep dropping the same album over and over again? Damn. Yeah, man. So we're having these conversations about Kanye, not the focus on him, but the focus on the black male image. Because if it can happen to him and he's a billionaire, that means same shit can happen to you. So you can't just dismiss what happens to another black man like, oh, he's rich, so it don't matter. Like, no, if they do it to him, they can do it to you. That's why it's important. Damn, I'm sorry if I ain't speaking, man, but this shit is captivating, man. This shit is really captivating, bro. So right now, the house is in fire. Is on fire behind him. There's smoke. He's all black. It's a dark scene, and he's standing in water. And you can see like I guess they got like a fake moon and shining down on the water. This shit going crazy right now. This nigga coming for hip hop stroke right now.
I'm back, bro. Yeah, man. So with Wes, like you've been saying the whole time with Wes, man, they don't understand that brother. They don't understand what he's about. They don't understand his mission statement,
But
and that's why Genius is going to be a classic because what it's going to do is it's going to, and he's already showcasing that in part one. It's showcasing you the originality. It's showcasing you grassroots because people are so used to Wes the billionaire, they're not used to Wes the beginner.
right,
And that's why that story needed to be told because a lot of people need to know what the beginner had to go through to become the billionaire.
they don't know how hard, how much work you put in.
Man, I saw the stress levels this guy went through just to um listen, man. I normally don't do this, y'all, but y'all gonna see me eating on my live. It is what it is.
Yep.
So don't judge me. Um Wes Wes is showcase the struggle, man. I like part one. As a matter of fact, tonight I'm gonna rewatch part one again when we get off. To prep me for part two
Mm-hmm.
because of the fact that this man had to go through so much struggle and the
Yep.
no. I mean, shit, his own Rockefeller records, man. Ross already knew all this shit. That's why Ross was probably in our powwows. Ross was like, "Motherfucker, if only you know." You know, he used to give me that vibe, and I knew that vibe Ross was giving me. And Ross, trust me, everything, every reaction, every vibe you was giving me, you know, at our level, we catch everything.
Yeah.
But honestly, I didn't know the inside track that you knew. And your mindset was eventually he'll get it. He'll get it.
Right.
And when I got it after watching years, oh my gosh, man, I beyond got it.
Yeah.
Because what you support with Kanye West is not just Kanye West, the individual and the artist. It's deeper than that. You're supporting the where y'all from. Kanye
Right.
West was putting Chicago on his back. There was a part in
Exactly.
part one where this New York dude tried to diss Chicago and was like, "Man, I don't like Chicago, man. I don't like." And Kanye West said, "What? You better, you
Yeah.
better, you better, you better correct that. You don't like what?
He said,
Is
hold
that
on.
what
He
you
said, he
trying to
said,
say? You don't like Chicago?"
man, don't ever say you don't like the show.
Exactly. Don't ever say you don't like Chicago, man. He had to he fixed that dude's mouth, man. I love that moment.
Yeah.
And the dude got checked and he fixed himself. But what I found interesting was when Kanye West went to Chicago and he went to go get
Mm-hmm.
on that big ass radio station in Chicago. I forgot the name of it. That's why when I catch it the second time, I remember the name.
WGCI.
WGCI.
Yeah.
He got dissed by his own people that put him on. They were right there supporting him and shit like that. He met up with them earlier in the day. Then they, because of the fact that he's working with Jay and his successes trumping past theirs, they go on the radio station and talk shit about him. And you know what I love? What Kanye did? Kanye went and confronted them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And not only did he confront them, he went on the radio station afterwards to clarify. And I
Exactly.
love that, man, because you got to do that. Because what Kanye West understands, and I tell people that, and that's part of the 48 laws of power, is your reputation is everything. You got to guard that motherfucker with your life.
Mm-hmm.
And this man is building a reputation that he got to guard with his life.
Exactly.
Y'all trying to tear this shit down. And he's like, nah, fuck y'all. I'm not going to be denied. And I'm not going to sit here, come back to my hometown where I was celebrated earlier, and then y'all try to shit on me afterwards. No, that's not happening.
Right. But the smart thing he did was he went, because most niggas, they don't have that man in them. They don't go face to face. They just go right to the. They go to the radio station, and they do it this. Kanye said, "No, I know this dude. Hey, where you at right now?" When I talked to him, and when he saw a dude was just being an opportunist, and it wasn't no real beef behind the shit, he's like, "You on top, man, so I got to do this now." That Kanye had received. This is what people don't understand. I'm from Chicago. I can push out on. Kanye received a phone call while he was talking to dude. That phone call was the work. Like, hey, so what it is? He's like, nah, it is not like that. I know this dude. Don't worry about it. And he hung up. If he would have said, nah, his own niggas would have came over there, it would have been a problem for dude. You know what I'm saying? He received that call right then and there. Like, he actually looked Buddy out. Had he
Yep.
not did that, had he not would have got the understanding, then what? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Before you go on wax and talk negative about somebody in a way where it can't be retracted, you have to get a face to face. as men. Me and HeKnows in sports don't agree on everything, and we have had sparring matches, so to say, video for video disagreements. Never been a time where we called each other out and was blatantly disrespectful because we had already talked behind closed doors and we knew what it was about. It was just competing. It wasn't nothing personal. But only men could do that. Only men could do that.
But a lot of people, if you leave it to them, they'll say, he knows, he thinks he knows every fucking thing. Do I carry myself that way? Yeah. Do I have that
Right,
mentality at times? Yeah. But in the depths of it, is
right,
that who I am at my core? No. That's not my that's not the person that I am. Now, if I've created that standard to where people see me that way or they're intimidated, I take it as a win. Because anytime you can create a mindset that people can respect, even if it's a polarizing mindset, that means you're on the right wave. That means you're doing something that
right,
the lamest person isn't able to do. So it is what it is. But you guys have to separate the difference between knowing the person that's in front of you that's putting on a show and presenting themselves versus the person behind closed door and the personal version of them. It's like Floyd
right.
Mayweather. Money May and Floyd are not the same person.
Nah.
What he presents to you as Money May is Money May. And a lot of people don't know how to do that. People will say that's a poker face. People will say that's being two-faced. No. What it is when you're in a professional setting, you gotta be fucking professional.
Well, you know when Floyd's being Floyd, because when Floyd's being Floyd, he's not bragging. Money May is the promoter. Whether he
Mm-hmm.
promoted himself or he promoted others. When Floyd's
Mm-hmm.
being Floyd is when he's like telling you how something works. When he's telling you he's talking boxing. When he's talking about his feelings on things, he's being Floyd Mayweather. When he's talking about like a boxer, oh, he was easy work. He's he he's being Money May. You know what I'm saying? There's a
Yep.
difference,
And
and
see,
that's a part of him, but it's not all of him. And we all have different parts of us. I hate this fact that people think you're supposed to act the same all the time. No, man, that's a hard life to live. So you feel like you have to be this one person to everybody that behind closed doors. I finally get to be myself. Like, no, you can be all things.
yep,
You can be sad when it's okay to be sad. It's not okay to live in sad.
yep,
It's not okay to live in anger. But you could be
yep,
angry if somebody pisses you off. You could be mad. But you should
yep,
get over that shit though.
yep,
You know what I'm saying? It's
yep,
okay to show feelings.
yep. And whenever I've been angry at somebody, and I can use that example because I have to explain that because I feel like some people in this YouTube world don't even understand that shit. Whenever I've been angry at somebody, whether it's somebody did in the fucking YouTube world, to
Right,
me, I'm a man first. So when you come at me slide to the mouth or you come at me disrespectfully or you come at me reckless, that's not something I'm going to unlive right then and there.
right,
You're going to feel it. And you probably going to feel it for a fucking while. Are you going to feel it forever? No. But you're going to feel that shit for a while. And you're going to know either through body language, either through the way I communicate, either the way I disassociate, either the way that I deal with you, you're going to know something was off with what you did. Something was off kilter.
right,
Because I'm going to make that shit very obvious. And the reason why I want to make it very obvious that what you did was off is because then that gives you the opportunity as a human being to do one or two things: fix your
mm-hmm.
face, fix yourself, and fix your situation. These are the lessons I learned from my dad. Fix your face, fix yourself, and fix your situation. And
Right,
if you can't do all three of them shits, then guess what? We're going to have a situation where intrinsically and extrinsically, I have to make a decision where I either want to
right,
continue to blindly deal with you or don't, or through naivety or ignorantly deal with you. I have to make that decision. I just choose because I'm an authentic person to not make that decision. I'm not, and that's what people gotta understand. I'm gonna make that shit clear. I'm nobody's fucking therapist. So I'm gonna hear your fucking personal problems. Bring
Right.
that shit to your fucking therapist, man. I'm not here to listen to grown ass fucking men, and that's what I was getting. A bunch of grown ass fucking men. It was getting to the point where the ex missus was sitting here saying, "Damn, what the fuck? Why are you on the phone with these grown ass fucking men?" And them spewing their problems. Even she was looking at that behavior in her mind as it was beta behavior.
Go ahead.
She was looking at the shit like, "What the fuck? That's not your problem. You be dealing with that shit." I already knew I didn't want to deal with the shit
Hold
because
on. Hold on. I can't hear nothing no more.
what people got to understand is in relationships are cultivated a certain way to where you can't, everything's not personal. If I met you on YouTube, it's a YouTube relationship. Now, if I choose to personalize the relationship and make it something different, that's a decision that I'm choosing to make. But I'm not going to sit here and personalize every relationship. I don't want everybody to fucking know who Abe is. I want everybody to fucking know who HeKnows is, because that's the relationship I established with you. And if my relationship with you was a collaboration, or my relationship with you was one of we were doing videos together, and I want that shit to stick there, that's where it's gonna fucking stay. Don't think in your mind because we're together and we're talking and we're doing this and we're doing that, that all of a sudden that means there's an invitation for it to be a personal relationship. It's only a personalized relationship if I say it's a personalized relationship, because we all have power in how we govern our relationships. And people have to understand there's difference. There's brackets, there's levels to relationships. A personal relationship is not something that's just freely given. You have to earn that shit, man. You can't just have a relationship. The relationship between me and my ex-wife was a relationship we built for fucking 12 years. Yeah, like I was saying, Ross, the relationship between me and my ex-wife is a relationship we built off of 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how that relationship became what it is.
Right.
But it's because we were willing to build that shit for 12 fucking years. And see, that's the first time you motherfuckers are hearing. That's how secretive and private he knows everything. He knows everything is. I don't just run my mouth about shit. Y'all hearing this shit firsthand here now. That was a relationship that was cultivated years in and years out. So that's a personal relationship. But I don't sit here and have relationships with any and every motherfucker. Y'all gotta understand that shit, man. I don't have time for that, because a relationship requires time put in. It requires energy, and it requires resources. These are the three most valuable key ingredients that you need in order for a relationship to be what the fuck it is. Are you willing to put your time? Are you willing to put your energy? And are you willing to put your resources into a motherfucker? These are the questions you have to ask yourself. I'm teaching you guys something. Get the notepads out and get to the fucking scribbling. Any relationship that you get into, you have to ask yourself these three questions. Are you willing to put the time in? Are you willing to put the energy in? And are you willing to put the resources into that relationship? And if you can't answer yes to all three, I don't care if you can answer yes to one. If you can't answer yes to all fucking three, that's
Exactly.
not a relationship.
It's not.
I'm gonna say that again because I know Ross heard it, but I'm gonna say it again because I feel Rip B. Brazy got on. Motherfuckers are getting on. They need to hear this shit again. A relationship is comprised of three components: time, energy, and fucking resources.
Right.
And if these three, you can't say yes to these three, you don't have a fucking relationship. So if I'm talking to you and we have a YouTube relationship, and the YouTube relationship is only time based, I didn't put energy into the shit.
Right.
And I didn't put resources into the shit. So I don't fucking have a relationship with you. And see, this is the problem with a lot of people. They don't understand that. They want to get in their feelings. They want to get into their manginas. They want to get into their feminine ways, and they want to get into all kinds of shit because you are telling them that you don't have a relationship. And people know that I make it very clear I don't have a relationship with you because you know how I made it clear to you, and that's why people get it. They nose get in the air when they see I do that to them. I just don't. I don't put my time into you. When I don't put my time into you, that's a big fucking thing. Basically, because I don't see you that way. And I know how to compartmentalize. Was I always like that? No. But over the years, if there's anything I've learned how to master, and everybody that's built their fucking YouTube channels have learned that art from me, is I know how to fucking compartmentalize my fucking ass off. If I don't know how to do nothing else. And the compartmentalization I know how to do is I know how to compartmentalize the difference between levels of relationship. Ross has earned my time, my energy, and resource. That's a friend.
Yep.
And a fucking brother. And the other day, whoever said we looked alike, that was the greatest fucking compliment. Because damn near, when you start hanging around a motherfucker, you start talking around a motherfucker enough, guess what? Y'all gonna end up looking alike. It is what it is. That's the way this shit rolls. But everybody ain't getting that. Because you know why everybody ain't getting it? Because everybody don't deserve it. You don't cast pearls to swine.
Right.
That's what people got to understand. That's why you see I don't fucking talk on YouTube no more. When you motherfuckers get off your lazy asses and start watching the greatest orator YouTube has ever fucking seen videos again, then I'm gonna start fucking orating on these fucking videos. Ross is the greatest. Ross is the greatest multifaceted individual on YouTube, and I will say that shit. He got me beat on that shit. If there's anything that motherfucker got me, he got me beat on that shit. That motherfucker can multifaceted his ass off. And to be honest with you, that's very hard even for men to do because men are always focused on one task at hand. So that's a very unique and rare trait that God has given this man. And I'll give him all the credit in the world. No one's gonna out multifacet this motherfucker. But no one's gonna out fucking speak me. And when you motherfuckers start appreciating the speaking that I do and the level that I do it, I'm seeing you motherfuckers starting to see that because y'all start listening to all these chung YouTubers and these dum dums. Y'all start, damn, ain't nobody speaking the way this motherfucker. When y'all start doing that, then videos will come back. Until then, you're getting fucking shorts. And in those shorts, you still get my spirit because you get what I want to say through the shorts, and that's what you're gonna fucking get. So I'm saying that so you motherfuckers know it and you motherfuckers understand it. Because at the end of the way, there's so many ways to skin the fucking cat. And I told you, there's three things that are important: time, energy, and resource. And I'm not wasting my time, energy, and resource on motherfuckers that don't appreciate the time, the energy, and the resource. See, I said this shit on wax, so you motherfuckers know. You go back and opera fucking sing to you, each of you motherfuckers, and say, well, this is what HeKnows said. And hopefully it'll jar in you motherfuckers' heads and you'll start appreciating the greatness that HeKnows gave you motherfuckers. He gave you a level of greatness that YouTube didn't see before. The standard wasn't fucking there. I watch all of these damn YouTube channels. I watch YouTube channels with motherfuckers that got millions, 2 million. I watch listen, man. I ain't even being disrespectful, but I'm gonna keep it real. Kevin Samuels ain't got shit on me or Raw. I like the brother. He's great at what he does, but he can't speak like us. The fuck out of here. No way. I'm telling you that shit right now. I love me some alpha male strategy. That motherfucker can't speak like us with his country bumpkin ass. No. I'm being honest. See, we got to be honest about shit. Dr. BOA, he's very good, but he can't fucking speak like us. See, y'all motherfuckers got to appreciate greatness. Blue Blood Sports TV.
They're waiting for
a fucking robot.
They're waiting for niggas to go viral before they can jump on board.
Yeah.
And that niggas, they're here before everybody else. But they're not showing the support. They're not for you to go viral for them to show the support.
Yeah, and when you motherfuckers do that shit, y'all know me. Ross will tell you, I get that shit from my mom. And that's what I can understand. That's a madness that I understand from Kanye, because Kanye is like that too. Ross will tell you. Ross will say, I agree 1,000%. If there's anything that reminds Ross of Kanye with me. Me and Kanye know how to hold a fucking grudge. We know how to hold that shit. If we don't have nothing else in common, we got that shit in common. And I get that shit from my mom. I'll be honest with you, because that's how my mom was. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you motherfuckers, when I start going viral, you motherfuckers start showing around, I'm gonna act like you will fly, you will fucking fly on the SWAT. I'm act like you motherfuckers didn't exist. Even if I converse and talk to you, I'm act like you motherfuckers didn't exist. And it's gonna be very noticeable. You're gonna really feel some type of way. Thank you, Rip B. Brazy. Y'all sitting here supporting motherfuckers like Blue Blood Sports TV. All he's doing is repeating the lightweight champion of the world at 100. And don't we already fucking know that?
Yeah, man.
Why do you need it? This is what y'all listen to. Motherfuckers that's not original and motherfuckers that can't give you shit. Now, to some people that would sound like, well, he's just hating. No, I'm not. I'm just telling you, when you get unique and rare quality and greatness, you gotta appreciate that shit, man. Because that shit don't come around. So until then, you're gonna get shorts. And my shorts are doing pretty fucking good. So I'm gonna keep doing that shit because that's what my time, my energy, and my resources going to. Anything you
Yeah.
gotta say about?
Yeah, like that's why I feel like instead of hating on Kanye, people need to understand things you can learn from him. What he learned early is fans are not loyal. So you need to find a way to put out product and put out art that you agree with, that you love. And the fans that need that art, they will gravitate towards that art. Because just like fans, subscribers aren't loyal. They're not loyal. Not at all. So why tailor your channel or your art? I'm a book writer. I write the books I want to write. Why tailor and just write one specific type of book when these people can stop? They can stop supporting at the top of a dime. Yeah, so I'm sorry, man. A lot of people who were like hate on Kanye, I just don't relate because I feel like you're missing you're missing the big picture if you're hating on Kanye West. You're missing a lot. And if you had the big picture, if you understood it, then you would see where you err.
Because what people gotta understand is time, energy, and resources are being wasted every fucking video. It takes a lot to do what I do and what Ross do. It takes a lot, man. Y'all motherfuckers are not behind the scenes. Y'all motherfuckers don't create. Y'all motherfuckers just watch. But anyone that creates out there, even the ones that I supposedly diss, salute to y'all, man, because we understand the work that y'all motherfuckers got to do behind the scenes to create. It's not easy to pull a fucking video, damn near sit there and make that video your unique video, tag that bitch up, put descriptions. Man, there's a lot of shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
The right hashtags, all man, it's a lot of fucking work. Y'all sit there and see the video upload, and y'all like, oh, okay, you got another video, but you don't understand the work that's behind that. And then
Right.
and it's not that's the hard part. To be honest with you, that's the easy part. The hard part is consistently doing all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hard part. To have the audacity, the unmitigated gall to wake up every day and do that shit again, and do that shit again, and do that shit again. You have to have a certain mindset. You have to be wired a certain way to do that. I think you have to have a certain level of craziness to do that type of shit. If you
Right.
want me to be honest with you, I don't think you built normal. So to be honest with you, and you guys thinking that I'm dissing people, I'm actually giving them props. Anybody that is a content creator, salute to you because there's a level of insanity that you have to wake up every fucking day and say I'm gonna drop shit.
Right.
Whether if it's authentic, whether if it's something you just pulled out your ass, there's a level of insanity there, man, to do that because that's not normal. The normal motherfucker just don't do shit like that. And people need to start giving that type of shit credit.
Well, we live in a society where people they can't if they don't do it, they can't relate to it. Like they they took reading comprehension out of school for a reason. And it took away people's ability to to read between the lines, to figure things out, to understand things they didn't necessarily go through, to understand things they haven't done yet. Some people are so limited intellectually if they haven't done it, they don't understand it. They don't want to understand it. But that got to be a hard life to have to make the mistakes physically and not be able to learn from them from somebody else's mistakes. Shit crazy.
I spend my day. I'm sure Ross spends his day a different kind of weird way. He'll explain it. I spend my day getting Airbnb inquiries that I got to respond to, and I got to respond to all of them because that's the way that shit works. You
Right.
can't just sit there, even if you don't are not favorable to one or the other. You got to respond to all them shit. I have to respond to my tenants. I have to respond to my responsibilities here with this fourplex.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had to turn around and respond to my responsibilities at the job. Then I said, you guys don't understand the crown that's being worn here. Then turn around, drop content, find time for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Then turn around and focus on personal relationships. Now I got a girlfriend, so I gotta give her some fucking time. And I talked to Ross about that offline. He probably like, what the fuck? Yeah,
Right.
I gotta give her fucking time now. And all kinds of shit, man. So it's like it's a lot. It's a lot. Motherfuckers don't understand shit, man. It's a lot. And y'all sit here and y'all just have one situation where y'all just got to go to work, and then oh yeah, you ready? He knows on boy. Woo! I'm listening to him
Right.
talk. Woo! Man, your life is easy. Or you come home, you that type of dude where the wife is doing everything, and you just sitting back because you worked, so you don't have to do shit, and you just work, right? You don't have to impart no shit to your kids. Your mind is, I work, I come home, she's gonna cook the food. I don't need to give no lectures or nothing like that. I'm just going home and going to sleep. There's some motherfuckers they like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not good. Those are not. I don't call those productive individuals because to be productive is yes. When you come home, your woman's supposed to cook, supposed to do all that, but you're supposed to be imparting knowledge as soon as you get home. The lectures need to be coming out your mouth to these kids. That's another job. You
Yep.
need to be involving your time with them. You need to be spending time. If they say, "Hey, why don't you go, Dad? Why don't you? Well, let's go out back. Why don't you throw? Help me throw that football. Get my arm right." You may be tired as fuck, but if there's potential there, you can take your ass to the back and throw that fucking football, man,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what the kid wants from you. See, I'm always going 200 miles an hour, constantly, constantly going 200 miles an hour. But you know what
Yep.
happened the other day? The other day, um, my girl was like, "Hey, you need to fucking rest," because I was off yesterday. She hit me up. I don't want to hear shit. You need to fucking rest. I was like, "What?"
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "What?" She said, "No, you need to fucking rest." So I took her advice. I fucking rested. And you know what? That was the best advice. Because I came back 1,000% better. I came back more function. I came back ready to go because I'm always going 2, 3, 4, 500 miles an hour, man. I don't know nothing else. That's all I fucking know. Just constantly going fast. My days start at as early as shit 6 something a.m. and they end around 8 p.m. ish. That's what my day look like. every day. Today is an early day because we got to jump on this live, but technically my day is not over because we're fulfilling our purpose, because guess what? We're on fucking live. So this is what you guys don't have to worry about. You guys have the easy job. Y'all just sit back and chill. Y'all not going 1,000 miles an hour. So you guys don't understand that. So when I'm going 1,000 miles an hour, sometimes I have to sit back and look at the 1,000 miles that I'm going and say, you know what? I might want to push back and go 500 or 600. That's what I did with YouTube, because YouTube takes a lot of your time. And if you motherfuckers ain't appreciating what's going on, I'm definitely pushing time back. I'm not going to sit there and invest all this time for what? So y'all got to understand that. Y'all got to understand the method behind that. Time is everything for me. And if time is not being used in its most proper and its most efficient way, then why do I need to sit there and put my time in something that's not putting time back into me? That's not how this shit works. It cuts both ways. Now, you got other people that will do that forever in a day. That's on them. I'm not going to do that, because in my mind, it's all about prioritizing. In my mind, it's all about looking at things from one perspective, and it's always looking at things that's going to be for my betterment. Why am I saying this? This is how you guys need to start fucking thinking. You need to start focusing on what's in your betterment. You need to start focusing on you. You need to focus on your individuality. You need to focus on what you got going on, not what everybody else is telling you that you got going on. Because when you start focusing that way and you start seeing things that way, what ends up happening is you miss and you lose sight of the objective at hand. That's very important. Y'all need to understand what I'm saying, because what I'm saying is very powerful. I'm not going to sit here all day repeating this. That's why I tell y'all, get the notepads out and get to the damn scribbling. This is what you guys are getting. You're going to have to deal with it. We're not going to sit here on this channel and talk boxing and talk basketball. That's juvenile. If every now and then, if I throw a little basketball, a little boxing, that's fine. We're going to talk about things that are bigger level, bigger scale, to expand your minds. Because guess what? You guys don't live in a basketball and a boxing world. You live in what's called the real world. And you guys need to understand that in this real world, there's real things that happen. Basketball is not pressure. Boxing is not pressure. Life is pressure. And the stuff that you endure in life, the stuff that you experience through life, is pressure in of itself. And you guys need to understand that. So this is what is the difference of 2022 versus 2021. This is why you see the Master P shorts. This is why you see the Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates is a guy I really like, man. I don't know about y'all. Let me put that in the comment section, man. What do y'all think of Kevin Gates? I'm doing a lot of Kevin Gates videos because Kevin Gates is a very wise brother. He says a lot of wise stuff. I didn't even know he knew Rudyard Kipling, man. And he quoted it. I was like, whoa, impressive. Because Rudyard Kipling tells you that you must be true to thine own self. Let Rudyard Kipling and yet Rudyard Kipling say it again. You need to be true to thine own self. And being true to thine own self means you have to be true to what makes you feel good intrinsically and what makes you feel good extrinsically. And what does that mean? That means if you want to put your time, your energy, and your resources in things that you feel is valuable to what you got going on in your life in that moment, that's what the fuck you do. And you don't go places that tolerate you. You go places that celebrate you. If you're not celebrated somewhere, you don't go there. You go to a restaurant, you sit down, you eat. If the restaurant tells you that they tolerate you, you get the fuck up, get the fuck out. You're dealing with anybody, business transaction, personal transaction, you name it. If that motherfucker's just tolerating you, you get the fuck up and you get out. You got to go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. That's my impartation to you guys. That's my exhortation to you guys. That's my inspiration to you guys, that you guys get that. If you're not celebrated, it's relationship. You with somebody, that person is just tolerating you, they're not celebrating you, get the fuck out. If you are in a situation, business transactional wise, the person is tolerating you, they're not celebrating you, get the fuck out. You got to go everywhere you celebrate it, man. Because wherever you're tolerated, that's not good, because at any given moment, toleration can turn into dissatisfaction. Let me say it again. Toleration can turn into dissatisfaction at any given moment. But when you're celebrated, it's very hard, because see, you got to go from celebration. See, that's why I say there's levels. You got to go from celebration to toleration, and then from toleration to dissatisfaction. You see the difference? This is why you want to be at the highest spectrum of celebration and not toleration. You guys better enjoy. You better enjoy this wordplay. This wordplay ain't gonna be coming around often like that. So when you get it in this live, you better enjoy it. Because you damn sure ain't getting in these videos until these numbers start coming up, until you motherfuckers start watching, you motherfuckers start viewing. Bottom line is as simple as this. This is 2022, the year of our Lord. Things are different, and we all have to be different in our mind. This should be a year of action for people. This should be a year that you guys are telling yourselves that you're trying to push yourself to the next gear, the next level, whatever that is. If you're a poet, start writing fucking poetry down. Just do it, man. Matter of fact, why don't you tattoo this on your body? Tattoo execution on yourself. Yes, I said it. And if you guys want to know who's the blame of it, it's He Knows Everything. Tattoo execution on your body. If you want to do some shit, execute. Don't talk about it. Fucking execute. You see a girl you like, go talk to her. Execute. You see somebody that you want to affiliate yourself with, execute. You see a business situation that you want to get into, execute. You see a friendship that you think is going to make sense for you in that moment in your life, execute. Everything have an execution mindset. This is what 2022 should be for you guys. Execution. And if you're not executing, you're wasting your time. Because you don't want to be that motherfucker when you getting ready to go. There's going to be ghosts around you telling you at that time, this is my dream. This is my goals. This is the task. This was my purpose. This was my confidence. This was this was that, yada, yada, yada. But what did you do with it in that moment? What did you do with it in that time? And they die with you because you did not tap into those dreams. You did not tap into those goals. So what if you fail? Let's say you don't realize your dreams. Let's say you don't realize your goals. But at least your dreams and goals are going to say, you know what? You are in whom I'm well pleased, because in that moment, you actually tried to pursue your dreams. You actually tried to pursue your goals, and they'll be satisfied with just that. But you got to do it, man. Last year, you could sit there and blame. Listen, we ain't in no panty no more, man. Whether you want to accept it or not, we're not in no panty no more. The panty is done. It's long and gone. We're out of panty. We're now in a moment of it's what our new normal is. This is what I call 2022, the new fucking normal. And whatever age you are, accept that age, understand the limitation of that age, because you are limited to your age. I've always said that. Understand the dichotomy of the age, and understand that you need to graduate yourself past that. That means you need to put yourself in position so that, Lord willing, if you get the next age, you can be better in that next age. Here's another impartation I'm going to give you guys. Every day before your birthday of the next year, you need to be having a self-talk with yourself to better yourself for that next year, because you don't know what that next year is going to bring. You don't know what that next year is going to look like. You don't know what the next year's mindset is going to be. So every time you have an opportunity, you need to be having that conversation with yourself. Are you going to do dumb shit? I do dumb shit, man. I've done dumb shit this year. You're always going to do dumb shit. But how do you bounce back from the dumb shit? How do you get better from the dumb shit? Are you going to make excuses from the dumb shit, or are you just going to be better from the dumb shit? This is what 2022 is all about. And if you can't accept that mindset, you can't accept that reality, you can't accept that, then you're wasting your fucking time. And you're wasting everybody else's fucking time. Because everybody always want to be on social media. Everybody always want to be on this. They want to be on that. They want to hoopla. They want to jump. They want to, do this. They want to play, have fun with this and have fun with that. But in all essence and all reality, people are wasting time. You have 24 hours in a day, 8 hours to sleep, minus the 8 hours, that's 16 hours, right? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, those are 3 hours. Let's just give you an hour each, even though it doesn't require an hour each to eat. But let's give you an hour each. That's what? 13 hours left. And then you go to work. That's another 8 fucking hours. So that's 5 hours left. So you mean to tell me in those 5 hours you can't be productive? Every day in your life for 5 hours, you have an opportunity to be fucking productive. Everybody can find five hours in a day. You know how you can tell? Look at the time that you spend when you're on social media talking to people. Look at the time that you spend texting people back and forth. Look at the time you spend bullshitting. Add those times up, and I guarantee you it's 5 hours in a day. And in those 5 hours, you mean to tell me you can't do what I'm doing? Talking to you now. See, this is valuable time. Because even if it's one motherfucker paying attention, somebody's learning from this. It's valuable time. It's not time wasted. It's time, basically, what I would say, regenerated. Because somebody's learning from this moment. Somebody's gaining something from this moment. Because somebody's understanding in this moment, this is what's going to get them over the fucking hump. People don't want to hear the real. They don't want to hear the truth, because a lot of times people want to live in this bubble world. They want to live in a world where things are given to them in such a taboo fashion. That's not reality. Reality becomes, and reality behooves you and tells you that it's intrinsic upon you to realize who you are. Because for every person that's listening, for every person that overheard what's going on in this live, there's a dream there. There's a passion there. There's a goal there that you have that you haven't even tapped into. Rip B. Brazy's goal and dream and passion may be to be a rapper. AAMMR's goal, dream, and passion may be to be a race car driver. I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there. I'm not saying that that is the case. I'm throwing shit out there. It could be something else. You got to know what the fuck it is that you have that's a God-given ability, and tap into that shit. See, life's not about being rich. It's not about being famous. It's about tapping into your God-given ability. My God-given ability is I speak, and I can speak with the best of them. So I'm always tapping into that shit. I wasn't always doing that, but as of late, yes, I've been doing that. And that gets me far in a lot of ways, whether if it's real estate, whether if it's, at work, whether if it's this, whether if it's that helps me get over the hump, because that's what I'm fucking good at. Talking to women, talking about money, talking real estate, talking to people. I'm a sociable person. That's my gift. That's what the fuck I'm good at. And it's my God-given ability. So because it's my God-given ability, I have to use it. So you have to use what your God-given ability is. And you got to know what it is. I know that that's what it is. So I use it. I didn't always use it. I lost years not using it the way that I was supposed to. But when I finally woke the fuck up and started using it when I was supposed to use it, it became something different. And you guys got to see that for what it is. You guys have to have your own mindset and ideology behind that and use things for what it is. So I'm leaving with this, and I want you guys to understand this because it's a very clear and powerful thing. Stop wasting fucking time. This is 2022. Use the time that you have at hand to your power at your disposal and basically be productive. Every day you get the fuck up, be productive. Like Rick B. Brazy said, all facts. Every hour we get to be productive, big facts. Use what you have at your disposal to be fucking productive. And I see a lot of brothers out there in the YouTube world, they're being productive. Don't think I don't see you guys. I see you guys. Salute to you guys. The consistencies day in and day out to do what you guys are doing. You guys know who you are. The ones that I respect, you know who the fuck you are. I don't even need to say it. Real recognizes real. But for those of you that are not doing what you're supposed to, it's intrinsic upon you to start doing what the fuck you're supposed to. Get off your lazy ass and just do, man. That's it. It's not rocket science, man. This shit is not hard. Just get off your ass and fucking do. And if you do that, I guarantee you'll be very surprised at what you're able to achieve. You'll be very surprised at what you're able to conquer. And you'll be very surprised at how far you can push yourself if you're able to just fucking do. This is He Knows Everything. Checking out.